Hey guys, well today I'm going to show y'all a little quick Valentine gift that I helped one of my friend's little girls make for her mom. It wasn't something that I had planned, so that's why I'm doing it late. It's just a cute little thing that your kids can do. So here goes, guys. Okay guys, this is the cute little project that I helped her make. It is just a simple little bear made out of cardboard with a little piece of fabric that I had, some lace, and a little time. I'm going to show you right quick how we got this project started. Okay, I had some material that used to be on a horse decoration. One of the kids, they turned their horse into a clown for one of the shows. And so I just went up to my scrap pile upstairs because I never throw anything away, guys. And I found this material because I figured at some point we could use the red striped material for something else. And so I found it where I had the elastic on it. And it was a little longer than what I needed. So, let's see. This is what our bear looks like. And we're going to put his little dress right here. But we want it to be just a tiny bit shorter. So I'm going to cut off about 1 inch of this. But our next step was, we had the bear, but we wanted to paint it to make it look a little better. So I had the acrylic paints. So we got out an old paintbrush, and we started with the red. We started with the brown, and we just squirted a little brown on here, dabbed it in, and went to work, guys. Went to work at it. Just painted it just like this. Nothing special. It's just a kid's project. So I'm going to show you this because we got to give this time to dry while we're working on our other part of the project. And the little girl was 6, and I'm not going to name her because, I don't know if her mom would want her named on here. And I would respect that, always. But anyhow, her mom had to go to the doctor yesterday. Yeah, Valentine's Day, can you imagine? So I told her, I says, well, don't mess with taking her with you. Just bring her by here for a little while, and I'll keep an eye on her. She always likes to come over and see the animals and stuff anyway. So we just she wanted to do a project. She wanted to do something for her mama for Valentine's. So I said, well, that's not a problem. Here we go. So this is what we come up with. I just went and scrounged around in my scrap pile. Went outside, found an old cardboard box something had come in. Cut it out. We didn't worry about spreading it out or having no perfect paint job. And there we go. Put his little feet on. And that's about it for the bear. Now, we did paint it around the edges more and made sure, and if it had been a project that I was going to really plan on sharing, I would have probably took that thin masking tape and went around it and then painted it just so we wouldn't have the raggedy edges. But I didn't have any masking tape, and she was set on doing something for her mom, and this is what I came up with. So I hope you guys will enjoy this little quick deal. And then, while that one's drying, we have a red heart that we want to paint also. So, I'm going to do this because while we're putting the glue on here, we can be letting these things dry. Alrighty. Little dab of red. Little dab of do you. Don't take much, folks. Don't take much. And I figure if we're going to waste the paint, we'll waste it on the project, not on the little tray here. So, Now on hers, we did put 2 coats on it. I let her paint them, and of course, thank God it's waterproof because she had paint on her hands. I did get her clothes pushed up and put a towel around her so she didn't mess up her clothes. Figured her mom appreciate that. Anyway, so we just painted it up just like this. And we let that sit and dry, just like we did before. While we're waiting on that to dry, right quick, I'm going to rinse my brush out just to keep it from getting dried out with this red paint on it. Right quick. And put it right back in the brush holder. So we'll have it for the next project so I can keep up with it. And this is not expensive brushes. These were like 10 bucks. And I think I bought them on sale. So those are those 2 things. I'm going to set that up here. Now we're going to take our scissors and trim off about an inch off of this, the bottom of this, or an inch, you know, a good inch. This hadn't got to be perfect, guys. This is just a cute, quick project that made that child happy as she could be yesterday. She couldn't wait till her mama got in the house. She had to run out there and give it to her in the yard. So, we didn't take any time. We didn't do anything special. We just whacked that off. And we just kind of guessed at how long our piece of lace needed to be to glue it across the bottom here. And we left about a half inch or so we would have some extra. And then, while this was all drying, folks, I'm going to slide this over a little bit so that we won't get the glue on it. Now, it won't matter with this old card table because it's 1,000,000 years old anyway. Okay, so then all we did was we took our glue gun. Nope, we did this. Which this one is folded under pretty good on this side. But we did take a little bead of glue and folded that down, and also on this other side, just to keep it down, to make it look a little bit neater. And then we just took our glue and we started at the bottom on this side and just started with a little bead of glue. Run it across here just like that. Nothing fancy, nothing special. And started our lace. We just laid it along here in the glue. And we just tacked that across there and whacked it off just like that. So, we got our lace on the little apron. Next step was... Okay, I had to get the hair dryer out because it just wasn't drying fast enough to suit me. Okay, for our next step, guys, we have got to put a little paint in his ears to make him have his fluffy little ears. So, I got like a little feather brush, and I'm just going to dab a tiny bit of glue right there. And I'm just going to fit the feathering part of this in it. And... this is his ears. I'm not doing that good a job on this one. Let's see. I'm going to take my finger and just kind of go around it. Hush, man. My husband just drove up and they go nuts when he drives up out in the yard. Okay, now we're going to spread that out so that it doesn't look quite so bad. Okay, this one got a little more white than I intended, so I'm going to dab off a little bit. And then our next step is we got to draw him some eyes. And we just used a magic marker, guys. And you know, I'm no expert at eyes, but I kind of think I want his eyes to be right here and right here. So I'm just going to draw that and put him a little arch to it. Just like that. And we're going to fill that in. Now I could have done this with paint, but you know, I didn't have any black paint that I could find. I'm sure there's some around here somewhere, but it obviously was not put back in the right place. So it wasn't in the paint section where it should have been. And so, and then we put a little nose. Just like that. And drawed him a little mouth. Just like that, guys. See? And we went ahead and filled in the nose also. Don't overthink your project. There we go. Next step for what we did is we took a little teeny tiny brush, like this one, and we just added him a little highlight in his eyes, just so he'd have a little look about him. And then we filled in him a pretty smile, which I don't know if I would have done the smile, but that's what she wanted to do, so that's what we did. We drawed us in some little claws down here on his feet, just like this. And that's about that for this. We wanted to accent his mouth a little bit better because we marker here, mark the paint off of it. Got that. Okay, our next step is we're going to put our lace around the little bear. And we're going to, we've got our lace glued on here. So while we're at it, we're going to just put us a strand of glue right there. And we're going to just stick this right here on it, just like that. So now she's got on a little dress. Okay, and now we're going to take our lace and we're just going to put a little small bead right around the edge of it, just like that. Okay, we got it glued around that way. And then we want to start down this other side. Okay, and we just doubled it over, just like this. It's about time for another stick of glue. Doubled it back just like that. Okay, we got our, just about got our lace spread on here. We'll come right on down across the top of that piece with our lace. It wasn't anything special, guys, just a cute little, put a little lace around it. Okay, our next thing we did is we had these tumbling blocks. I had them up there in the cabinet along with everything else. All my other junk that I've got up there. And we decided to put a little lace on there, a little glue on it, and then we had to put another layer of glue right here. Put that right on top, because we wanted our glue to stand out. Okay. And we're going to put our, just a little dab of glue right here to make the dress sit down right there. And we're going to put a little dab of glue right there just for our wood to stick onto. All right, and then to top it off, we wanted to put a design of some kind. Now this is a card that I had, and this one, it has different things on it, but this one will pop off, and so I'm going to put it on here. I'm hoping, yep, it popped off. And so we're going to just use it. But like I say, the children loved it. The little girl that I helped make it for, she just thought it was the grandest idea. And putting the blocks behind the heart really gave it some depth and made the little bear, made the candy heart. It looks like, she wanted to make it look like she was giving her candy, or that's what we talked about anyway. And so we just stuck that on there and giving it some depth by putting those blocks behind it. And it turned out just as cute as it could be. So, I hope you enjoyed this little quick late Valentine treat.